All right, now for some very disturbing pictures coming in. A terrifying video has emerged of an avalanche at the Mount Everest base camp. The video was reportedly posted by a German climber. The video starts off normally with people at the camp calm and laughing around. The camera, in fact, then shows the sprawling city of tents from where mountaineers set off for the world's highest peak. But seconds later, there's panic as climbers release and realize a huge cloud of snow which is cascading down on them. The panic climbers take refuge in tents behind rocks. Anywhere they can be heard panting heavily and even swearing. When the immediate danger appears to have passed, they head towards the kitchen tent to take shelter, only to realize the tent is no longer there. The video has been posted by 22-year-old German climber Jost Kobusch. Let's quickly listen in to that moment that was captured on camera.
The ground is shaking.
What about if the ground opens up?
Shit. Oh! Oh! No!
All right, what a disturbing video over there that you saw from the Everest base camp. At this moment, from the Tribhuvan International Airport, I'm joined in by TV Today Network's managing editor, Rahul Kamal. Rahul, it's over to you.
Thanks, Sanket. Temperatures running high here at the Tribhuvan International Airport in Kathmandu. I want to show you the queues behind us. There are thousands of people who've been gathering here for almost 48 hours, waiting for an opportunity to get onto a flight that will take them to their homes, whether it's in India, whether it is in Europe or in the United States. There are people who've been queuing all through the night. Several of them have actually got a number on their palms. The numbers have been printed, and they've been told that that's an opportunity. Okay, here's one person. He's got 450. ये आपको नंबर किसने दिया? आपका है 449. हाँ, ये नंबर वही एम्बेसी का आदमी बोल के हम लोग को नंबर लिखने लगाया था. नंबर लगाया. तो आपकी फ्लाइट की चांस आई नहीं आई? नहीं आई. क्या इन्होंने जब नंबर लगाया क्या कहा? तो फिर हम लोग का नंबर लगाया. इसके बाद वो लोग अंदर गया कि गाड़ी भेजेंगे बोल के गया अंदर, तो आया ही नहीं. फिर हम लोग यहाँ इंतजार करते रह गए. To be fair to the security forces and the airlines, the weather yesterday had packed up. It was raining, making it very difficult for people to be able to fly. Here's a lady, she wants to make a point. Yes,
I saw your report today morning. I would like to clarify that there are this is the third class rescue operation that I have ever seen. As I'm standing at the airport since 25th night, we were not given any updates about what is going to happen, what is the plan. Total mismanagement.
But given that phone lines are not working, the electricity is not working, it's a problem for the agency.
The officers can at least tell what is the plan. They can at least console the people. We were standing on the line for 26 hours. They didn't tell us anything. Okay. After that, not even water. Forget everything. This is not a rescue operation. Not even water they have given. After that, they made us go to that airport. Okay, that's it. That's to third-class facility again. They hired a minibus. They hired a minibus, and there was a total stampede to get even into that bus. There was no system, no management. Okay, after that, they asked us to enter that construction site. There was no light.
This is a big queue, and that's really a problem. The fact that the embassy is saying they're mounting a big rescue operation, but everyone we're speaking to here at the airport asking where are the officials from the embassy, why are they not here, why are they not telling us what the plan is. We're prepared to wait, but why is no one speaking to us? I just want to see if we can cross the road to show you the long queues that are developing. Remember, these are people who've been without food, without water, and are now getting quite desperate. The foreigners, by contrast, seem quite calm. They seem prepared to wait their turn, prepared to wait till their governments tell them how they're going to find a way out. The Indians, though, are getting rest.
हाँ सर, हम लोग तो बेकार हो गए. हम लोग का रूम भी था, रूम भी चला गया है. हम लोग को कुछ नहीं है. अफसर बोलिए लोग, हम लोग के छोटा बच्चे लोग हैं. हम लोग यहाँ पर थोड़ा मोड़ा कमा रहे थे, वो भी नहीं है हम लोग के लिए. अब पानी खरीदने के लिए भी नहीं है सर. अब बोलिए हम लोग क्या करें सर? रोड पर सोने के लिए भी नहीं है,
खाने के लिए नहीं है, पीने के लिए पानी भी पीने के लिए नहीं है. Indeed is a problem. कोई सुविधा नहीं है यहाँ पे. हम लोग कल 2 दिन से वेट कर रहे हैं.
आपके चैनल पे देख के पता चला कि इंडियन सरकार आप हमारे लिए प्लेन भेज रहे हैं, 4 प्लेन भेज रहे हैं, लेकिन अभी तक एक भी प्लेन नहीं है सर.
That's not true. The planes have come and the planes are taking off. But the reality is that the Aam Aadmi has been waiting his turn. The VIPs are being evacuated. The Aam Aadmi is still waiting for his turn. And as they wait, the anger also builds. These are very, very long queues that are now building up. People, remember, Sanket, through the night yesterday, we were asked to sleep out in the open. We were asked to sleep in the open because the buildings are brittle, they are weak, and therefore there were aftershocks through the night, and the hotel authorities simply refused to take the onus, saying that we can't guarantee your safety if you're up in your rooms. They laid out mattresses, we had our own sleeping bags. People were out in the open areas, in the lawn and in the common areas. That's where they slept. There's no water, there's no electricity, there's no mobile connectivity, making things very difficult. Let me speak also to some of the other foreigners. Ma'am, is it okay if we speak to you? So the foreigners, though, I must say again, far more calm, far more willing to wait their turn than the Indians. Yes,
सिर्फ इंडियन एम्बेसी का कोई ऑफिशियल एयरपोर्ट में है या नहीं है? हम लोग सुबह 5 बजे से यहाँ बैठे हैं, मेरे को अभी तक कोई भी नहीं मिला है. यहाँ पे कोई ऑपरेशन नहीं है, सब रेस्क्यू बनाया जा रहा है क्या? यहाँ रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन है या नहीं है, हमको ये कंफर्म कर दिया जाए, नहीं तो हम अपने होटल में जाएं.
कल यहाँ पे पुलिस ने लाठीचार्ज किया, इंडियन आर्मी को मारा बहुत, मतलब जाने के लिए इंडियन आर्मी को बहुत ही मारा है. From the Indian embassy here, there really should be some officials from the Indian embassy who have brought here. Yes, बोलिए.
देखिए जहाँ से हम लोग आए वहाँ पर न टेंट है न कुछ है, बच्चे लोग दूध पानी कुछ की सुविधा नहीं है.
कुछ अभी तक सरकार से किसी ने कांटेक्ट किया है?
हमारे तरफ से कुछ नहीं किया. जिस इलाके से हम लोग आए वहाँ से हम लोग कोई सुविधा नहीं मिली है.
Mobile phones are not working. The recharge coupons which enable you to get more talk time, those are not working. So people really are beginning to get frustrated. They're beginning to get angry. They're beginning to get very anxious, and they're wondering why no one is reaching out to them. And that really, as I said, is something the embassy should be looking at, because there's somebody from the Indian embassy should really be. आप कब से बसे हुए?
नहीं, हम लोग रहते तो यहीं हैं. अब जाना चाह रहे हैं लेकिन उपाय नहीं है.
क्यों जाना चाह रहे हैं?
वो भूकंप के डर से.
क्या उम्मीद है, कौन आपको लेके जाएगा?
यही पता करने आए अभी कि रेस्क्यू फ्लाइटें चल रही है क्या.
I want to show you the weather conditions. If my camera person Yogendra can just zoom into the sky, the sky is absolutely clear today. Yesterday, when we were flying in, there was thunderstorms, there was lightning, heavy downpour, making it very difficult for commercial airlines to fly. Now we are told that whether it's an Indigo, whether it is a SpiceJet, whether it's Air India, they're mounting special flights to try and get some of these people. But surely this can be better organized, this can be better managed. Somebody from the embassy, somebody from the Indian government should be speaking to these people, because they don't know how will they get their names on a flight, who will help them take off, and who are the people who are getting bored. Is there a system or not? Especially it's the women, the older folk who get left out. Those who are younger, use their muscle power to be able to wing their way in, and it's the others who've been waiting for a very long while.
हम चेन्नई से आ रहा मुक्तिनाथ देखने के लिए, इधर से थोड़ा गर्व है, अभी आज जा रहा हूँ.
आपको मिला फ्लाइट टिकट? मिला?
हाँ, मिला.
आपको मिल गया?
मिल गया.
लोग कह रहे हैं यहाँ पे कोई फ्लाइट
नहीं, हम पहले ले लिया ना, जेट एयरवेज में आया.
आपको मिल गया फ्लाइट टिकट?
ये जेट में आया, पहले लेके. हाँ, मिल गया.
आपका एयरलाइन आ गया?
हाँ, पहले हम उधर जाके बोला वो 1 बजे का आ जाओ.
आपका 1 बजे का आपके, चलो मुबारक हो, आपका तो रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन हो रहा है. The others though are still waiting. Let me just try and move back to show you how people have been camping. To show you how people have been camping here through the night, because the hotels here, Sanket, are not taking any more customers. They are full up. Their staff hasn't been reporting to duty, and because the staff hasn't been coming in, they're not being able to maintain their hotel. They have no linen, their toilets aren't functioning, and as a consequence, they now don't want more customers. And all the people who were in different parts of the Kathmandu valley have now come in to Kathmandu and they're hoping to find a flight out. They're not finding any accommodation. See, I just want to take you over there. If my camera person can accompany me, just give us a moment. Leave our cables, please. Just give us a moment. So there are people who've been pitching tents here in the common areas and just sleeping the night out. And I can tell you it was raining through the night. There were some aftershocks as well. It was a rather spooky experience. People wouldn't have got, I didn't get much sleep. I don't think others would have got much sleep either. These are people who pitched their tents all around these areas. You can see that tent over there. People have pitched their tents. They're just waiting. As I said again, the foreigners far more calm, far more relaxed, far more assured than the Indians who are beginning to get very restive. Also because they're being told by their family members, if they get through to them back in India, that there are rescue flights being mounted, that this is a big rescue operation. On the ground though, they don't see that level of organization. They don't see these flights taken off. And all of this is building to the level of anxiety here at the Kathmandu's Tribhuvan International Airport. Thank you.
Absolutely, Rahul. Many thanks for getting us that report, because that, in a sense, perhaps gives us an understanding of how things are on the ground at this moment. Of course, Rahul, before we let you go, just want to know, this operation, if this is a rescue and a relief operation, is going to be very different from for the government as opposed to something that they carried out in Yemen, because there are far too many Indians here. And here India is not just carrying out an evacuation process of its own citizens, but also helping rebuild or reconstruct Nepal. So it is going to be very, very challenging.
It's much more complicated because there are thousands of Indians who stay and work in Nepal. Those are people, whether they've come from Bengal, from Bihar, from Uttar Pradesh, from different parts of our country. They are based here as permanent workers. Now, those people don't necessarily need to go. They're not tourists. The tourists are the ones who want to go back because they came for a holiday. Their holiday has been ruined. They are most anxious to get back. But several of these people also want to go back home. The reality also is some people are looking for a free ride back. There are people who obviously have been inconvenienced, but are just hoping that they get one of the Air Force sorties back home. So it's very, very complicated. The Nepalese citizens as well, they want to get on to flights also because they're feeling unsafe. And that, Sanket, is really a very human feeling, that when you've got these aftershocks, and since we've been here for the past few hours, we felt the power of those aftershocks ourselves. When you're faced with aftershock after aftershock, when you see an entire city, several parts of that city being devastated, brought down to ruins, you really wonder how long you can stay. People want out, and that's why there are far more people, far more complicated than Yemen, because the number of people there were very limited. You knew exactly whom you were evacuating, you knew where these people were. Here there are foreign nationals, there are Indians who've come as tourists, there are Indians who stay here, there are Nepalese nationals, all of whom are hoping to be evacuated. The evacuation is just one part of the rescue operation. There are 10 NDRF teams. I spoke to the Director General of the NDRF this morning. There are 10 NDRF teams that are currently in different parts of the Kathmandu Valley trying to extricate people from the debris. They're told that there are some places from where there are signs of life. They've been in touch with the Nepalese government, the Nepalese army. They're trying to extricate those people. That operation happening parallelly. There's also an operation that the Air Force is mounting with the Royal Nepalese Air Force. All of that happening parallelly. A huge rescue operation. And what you've seen just now is just only one dimension of that rescue operation, Sanket.
Absolutely. Rahul Kamal, many thanks for joining us with all those updates. We'll, of course, keep coming back to you through the course of the day to understand what really is happening on the ground at this moment as far as those rescue and relief operations are concerned. But now, just a quick check on the death toll at this moment. The latest that we are hearing, and this is very disturbing news, that the death toll has already crossed 3,200. Close to 6,000 people have been injured. There's a massive international relief operation, rescue and relief operation that has been put in place. Of course, tempers running high at the Tribhuvan International Airport. But let's now quickly get you an interview with the Indian Air Force PRO who is stationed at Kathmandu. This is what he had to say.
We are joined now by the Air Force PRO Wing Commander SS Birdi, the man who's responsible for organizing this rescue operation. Sir, lots of people over here very concerned about what's going on. Why don't you give our viewers a sense of what the Air Force is doing?
What the Air Force is doing is primarily we are helping the Nepalese army and the Nepalese government in carrying out all the rescue and relief operations. So we have our own helicopters over here And
so how many helicopters do we have?
we have 6 helicopters at the moment.
And where do you intend to take these helicopters?
The helicopters are operating from the airport, and we are going to various places. So the Nepalese army people, they tell us that so and so place is where some rescue or relief operation is required. So they are helping our pilots. They're going along with us in our aeroplanes and showing us the places, because our people are not familiar with the terrain.
So what about all the thousands of people who are here at the Kathmandu airport waiting for a flight back to Delhi?
Yeah, so Air Force, we are putting in the aircraft as and when we are getting the requirements from the Ministry of Defence, which is coming to us through the from the MEA. So it is coming to us through.
So how many sorties will the Air Force fly today?
We are continuously flying based on the requirements being projected to us.
Do you have a number for how many flights you'll have today? Because there are lots of people that are wondering when
there are lots of people, but yes, we are doing whatever. This is a very dynamically changing situation, you know. So the MOD.
How many people has the Air Force been able to evacuate?
We have evacuated a fairly large number of people, though the exact figures I don't have at the moment, because we are still not, the communications are still not in place.
And what's your priority for today, sir?
The priority for today is basically we are, the ministry, the embassy people, they are telling us, they are the ones who are prioritizing. So whatever the embassy prioritizes, we take those people.